So good morning, Megan.
Good morning.
Could you quickly tell us who you are, where you're from?
So my name is Meaghan Casey, and I am from the United States, originally Connecticut and Washington, D.C. And I moved to India in November, and next up I moved to Israel.
That's exciting. I would like to ask you, what does it mean to you to be love?
To be love. I think to me to be love is to love myself, to be kind to myself, and also to relax. I think a lot of times when I feel stressed or tightened or reactive, then I feel I can't act in a way that is love. So really just to soften and relax, and that's what it is to be love.
And when speaking about being peace, what does that mean to you?
Being peace is I feel very, in some ways, difficult, and maybe an ideology that's the high road, higher than the higher road than what's happening in daily life or policy or between countries or between communities. Because to be peace means to want to go beyond the problems and complications, to go beyond what you think you need to feel safe and secure, and rest in that something bigger could be safe and secure. But I don't think it's easy to do that. I think that's evident with the state of the world. And also I think there's a difference between to be peace individually and then to be peace as all humans being and living peace. And individually, I think to be peace individually might mean that when you interact with another person, they feel or get something from you that allows them to interact with the next person they meet in a peaceful way, that then allows that person to interact with the next person in a peaceful way. But that's just one way to look at peace. I think there's many layers, building up from individual to community and state and country.
That somehow already feels connected to my next question, which would be how you feel about being the other. So to say I am you, expressing maybe a sense of connectedness, oneness. How do you see this?
I love that. I am you is like the most powerful. For me, that's really powerful because it connects exactly with the loving kindness for yourself. And if you can have loving kindness for yourself and you are the same as the other person, and you can have loving kindness for them, or if you know in yourself that things are not easy and sometimes the decisions that you make, there's no one right decision, you just do the best you can, and you have empathy for yourself, and you know that things are complicated and you're just doing the best you can, you also have that for another person. You realize that they have all sorts of complexities and different people in their lives and different reasons why they do things, and they may have stories upon stories that they haven't told, because you know you do too, that you suddenly see that everyone in the world has these unique things to bring, just as you know you do. So just applying what you know about yourself to another person I think that's beautiful. I love that. And there's probably so much more I love about that. I am you. I think it allows you to see other people not as the other, and make this binary where I am this way and I belong to this community, and you're this way, you belong to another community, but remove that too. Lots I like about it.
And for you personally in everyday life, how do you try to maybe cultivate these states of awareness and of being? Do you have something that helps you, or do you have you found a certain way of expressing these things in order to share them also with the world?
One way that it's been shared with me by other people is through their example. and I found that to be very powerful. People who I interact with, and I think, wow, they're really living a value that I want to live, and I see them doing that. And so that's one way that I feel that I can share. If I'm living it, then other people can see and take the aspects that make sense to them. But another way is I haven't done this yet, but even recently my friend was telling me about one concept of how to meditate, and it was the idea that wherever you are, in a busy train or walking or sitting at your office space, if you breathe in whatever is going on. So right now I'm in such a peaceful place, but let's say I was in a crowded city and walking through, I would breathe in that like bumping into other people and the sweat and how I felt tired and how I was annoyed by this traffic that was in my way, and I would just breathe all of that in, and I could breathe out peace and space and lightness. And that's a mechanism that you can use in any situation that you're in, like change the way that you're approaching it or the way that you're interacting with the world.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing, and have a lovely, lovely day.
Thank you for letting me share.
Thanks.